What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH, I liked this episode. I really did. Alexis and Neil, I had high hopes for. I still have high hopes for them. I do, because I like them together. So basically, somebody snitched on Neil because he fell for Alexis, and technically, you're not supposed to fall for your patient. So now he has to go against the board or whatever, go up before the board about his medical license. And Alexis, she was riding for her man. Alexis was like, I will testify on your behalf. She said, let me, look over the complaint or whatever. Let me find a loophole. Like, Alexis wasn't playing. She was trying to make it work. But Neil, he wasn't blaming Alexis. He definitely wasn't blaming her. And he was like, he wanted to see where things can go between the two of them. But he prefers to wait until after the I guess, meeting that he has with the board. He's waiting until after the hearing. So he could figure out his situation with them. So for right now, they're just going to have to cool their relationship. I felt bad about that because I feel like Alexis has been through the ringer with men over the years. And I feel like Neil is the really good dude for her. Like, he's really, really good with her. I feel like that can be like a real relationship. And it sucks that somebody decided to snitch and be a punk and want to tell. That was jacked up. So anyway, moving on from that. So Jordan is still, down in the dumps about her friend ODing because she don't believe that he OD'd. And she even forgot about her dinner date with Curtis. This is another couple I had hopes for. But it's like they need to get it together. I want to see more romance between Curtis and Jordan because I feel like they've been lacking in the romance department. Every time you see Jordan and Curtis, it's always about business or his case or her case. It's barely about romance. You don't really see them out having dinner together. You don't see them PDAing. It's like you don't see that. They still haven't taken their honeymoon yet. Like, I really was hoping that Jordan and Curtis could have been the Angie and Jesse of GH. You're never going to get another Angie and Jesse Hubbard. Like, you're never going to get another that. But I was hoping that they could come somewhere to that. Like a very close second. I was hoping for that. Angie and Jesse were great in Pine Valley, and I was hoping that Jordan and Curtis could have been the Angie and Jesse of Port Charles. I had my hopes. I still do. But I want to see more romance. Like, I understand it. They both have demanding careers or whatever. I get it. Shit happens. Things get in the way. I totally understand. But they need to, I feel like Curtis is trying. To me, I feel like Curtis is trying more than Jordan is. I understand she's going through something, but I feel like he puts in way more effort to be romantic and to spend time with her than she does for him. That's just what I've been noticing. He's trying to set up dinner. She's the one that's always late for dinner or canceling. And it was good to see Aunt Stella there and stuff like that to talk to Jordan and, try to give her some sage advice or be a shoulder for her to lean on. Jordan and Stella have come a long way. Because if you remember when Stella first came to town, it was pretty icy between the two. So they came a long way. But I just wish that Jordan would put more effort into her marriage. Because God knows, even she sit here putting all this effort into her career. But we see where her career is going. Nowhere. So put some of that effort into your marriage. I'm just saying. Let me just say this. I'm liking this dialogue. Like when Brooklyn was with her manager and stuff like that. I'm loving the dialogue. Like, seriously, I'm loving it. Like, I'm happy that they got a little edgy with the dialogue. Like, especially when Brooklyn's manager told her that she would have to do something with her mouth other than singing. I was like, oh, shit. It's about time they're getting a little raunchy with it. I'm like, come on now. You got to. Basically, her manager is a sleaze. Like, he was like, oh, so what you gonna do? Another Me Too movement and all that? He's such an ass. Like, he grabbing all up on her. Dustin wasn't having it. Dustin was like, nope, you're not gonna disrespect her. Dustin came to her rescue. Him and the guy got into a fight. Lulu even got involved and hit the dude in the back with a pool cue. Brooklyn tried to grab a bottle and hit him, and she ended up busting Chase over the head with it. All hell just broke loose in the bar. I hope Matt got good insurance, because all hell just broke loose. They all just up in there fighting, punching, people get busted upside their head. Chase was not having it. Chase was like, you know what? All y'all going to jail. He locked everybody up. That shit was hilarious. Like, Laura, Ned, all of them are getting text messages about this fight. Tracy was just over it. Tracy was like, yep, it would be Brooklyn to cause to get into a bar fight. I love Tracy. Like, seriously, I love her. I'm happy they brought Jane Elliott back. Now, what we need to do is get Jane Elliott back full time. We need to get her back. Like, how? I don't know, but she needs to come up out of retirement. I need Tracy to be back. But Brooklyn sitting there whining as usual. Chase was like, you hit me over the freaking head with a bottle. That's assault. You know, you assaulted an officer. Lulu, of course, was wondering how Dustin knows Brooklyn. I was like, yeah, that's the $1 billion question. Like, how do you know her? Like, y'all used to be bedmatens. Like, what did y'all do together? So anyway, of course, Laura was running around trying to figure out, because she wants to revitalize the waterfront. And she went to Ned, of course, because she wants ELQ's involvement in that. See, the problem is Michael's the CEO. The waterfront is pretty much controlled by the mob, aka Sonny. Ned feels like Michael is not going to do anything that's going to go against Sonny. So that's one of the bigger problems. So Laura has to figure out how to approach Michael about the situation. My thing is, I'm like, Tracy was like, well, we ain't really got to worry about that, because she was like, Michael's not going to be CEO for long. Tracy was adamant about that. She was like, nope, we're getting rid of him. So speaking of Tracy, of course, she came back. Her agenda pretty much is now clear. It is about ELQ, because she was approached by somebody who claims to be an investor or whatever, and they wanted to invest in ELQ or buy Dylan's shares in the company or whatever. And Tracy refused. So the person went after Luke, and Luke got into some trouble over some fake tulips. Leave it to Luke to get into some fraudulent mess. So basically, Luke got into some trouble, whatever, so they came after Luke. So basically, she knows that somebody's trying to take ELQ. Tracy wants Michael basically removed from ELQ because she feels like Michael's not cutthroat. He's not ruthless enough to secure that company, to keep it out of enemies' hands or just a random stranger's hands. Like, she wants that company to remain in Quartermain hands. So she wants Ned basically to step up and take control. Like, jump in there as CEO. Undercut Michael. Do whatever you got to do. But she wants him in there because Ned is cutthroat. He's ruthless. He's ran that company successfully over the years, off and on. So she wants him back in the company chair. Back in the CEO's office. I don't blame her, because I think Michael has been doing a good job at the LQ, but he's not ruthless enough. He's going to really have to show that he's cutthroat in order to get Tracy to back him. Other than that, Tracy wants Ned back in the CEO chair, and I can't say that I blame her for that. And they have to move quickly. So basically, and Jordan was telling Laura that the charges against Nicholas, the PCPD, are currently re-examining those charges, because now with Drew gone, there's nobody to really testify against Nick for faking his death. So the charges against Nicholas may end up being dropped completely. So now we're getting to the bottom of this whole Shiloh memorial nonsense. So Sam, of course, is not going to make it to the memorial, but Jason and Michael and Harmony and Willow, they're all going to be there. So Daisy, of course, is there, still speaking ever so nicely about Shiloh. I see she's still a tart. Like, she's still sitting there feeding that DOD nonsense. And lo and behold, surprise, surprise, the person who really called that memorial, Nell, a.k.a. Mrs. Henry Archer. We're not surprised that Shiloh and Nell got married. she was flashing her wedding rings and stuff. We're not shocked. She's probably going to try to make a play for those ELQ stocks. Probably for Oscar share, Wiley share. I'm like, Nell ain't slick. See, this is why Ned needs to be in control of ELQ. I feel like Michael can be ruthless, but I don't know if he can be ruthless enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ned can shut this down. You know, Ned, he has resources. He knows people. I mean, come on. Ned has connections even in ICE, you know, with the ICE agents and stuff. So I'm pretty sure Ned can shut, you know, he can shut Nell down. Hopefully. But if not, he can at least get some pointers from Tracy. I'm just saying. Like, if you're going to protect the company and be CEO, you got to be cutthroat. Like, that's just the business world. You know, you have to be balls to the wall, ready to, you know, go to war for your family company. Like, that's what Tracy wants. You know, she wants to make damn sure that ELQ remains in Quartermain hands, you know, and not in the hands of some stranger or Nell for that matter. So I can't say I blame her on that front. So anyway, that's pretty much the entire episode I want to say. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see y'all all later. Have a great day. Peace.